Assalamualaikum. Okay, I didn't know the recording started. Okay, Assalamualaikum artists. Today I am here back with my playlist of videos of me analyzing different pieces of artworks from Pakistan to not let them get forgotten. In today's video, we're going to be discussing a Treasure of Time by a Pakistani painter called Sadequin. Art is very important for our world, but you know it's not recognized enough around the world, and our responsibility is to revive it. And for that purpose, I do these videos. And yes, for the same purpose, I will be analyzing Treasure of Peace today. So before any other thing, let's get started. This painting, A Treasure of Time. The most well-known painter of Pakistan is Sadequin, and this painting is by him. I can see why he is so well-known. The painting is so amazing. It reminds me of the style of Picasso, like the Cubism style, right? He is very famous, and because of his artistic creations, his name is still well known in this industry in Pakistan. He received honors for Pride of Performances, Tamga Imtiaz, and Satara Imtiaz because of the colors, vitality, and concepts in his paintings. They remain among the best. Treasure of Time, Two Sisters, Iqbal, Surah Rahman, and other pieces are among his creations. Because of its designs and mural concept, this painting by Sadequin is still well known and tops the list of all the notable paintings in Pakistan. Now, as I told you the names of the paintings before, Treasure of Time, Two Sisters, Iqbal, Surah Rahman, Iqbal and Surah Rahman. A lot of culture and his religion also showing. He is probably a Muslim. Also depicted by the painting, there's a lot of mosques and the people seem to be Muslim. So I guess, yeah, he was a Muslim too. Oh, sorry. Okay, let's get to analyzing the piece. The three major things whenever analyzing a painting are context, lighting, and position. Context, we can see that there are a lot of people dressed in cloaks, but there is a person in the middle, in the back, if you can see, who is not wearing anything, and he's like starving. He looks like that. This could show the development of people. In the background, we can also see many mosques. There's Turkish mosque at the back too, so different styles of mosques, right? And then there are books and inventions of Muslims too. So maybe the painting is showing the development that comes with time, maybe of golden age of Muslims. We'll get to that later. Lighting, everything is rendered in lightness. Again, there's nothing very dark in there. And position, there are a lot of subjects. There's not a single thing in the painting. So yes, there are a ton of people, and then masjids, mosques at the back, then the sky totally at the back, then there's a moon at right too. I believe that this is development of mainly Muslims. As we can see, there is a compass onto our left, which was also invented by Muslims. There are a ton of books. There are merchants. There are librarians over there too. So by mosques, again, I think they're all Muslims, and this piece is showing the development of Muslims. Treasure of Time, maybe the title means that time brings a lot. Time heals you. Time also brings development. Maybe that's what he wanted to show. Okay, next, this painting is kind of abstract, meaning I can say it's Cubism because of main shapes like squares and rectangles and pentagons used around. There's no round surfaces that I see. There's no texture or collages or anything, but the style, like cubism, makes it abstract. It's a painting. It's referenced from a lot of places and a lot of people, but in his own style, of course. Composition. The people take up the most amount of space. I think that's because they wanted to show the variety. Like, there are a lot of people, there's a lot of changes, and because of the high population came the changes, as the population increases, the demand increases. Cultural effect. There's more religion in this. Wearing clocks is also a part of culture of like Muslims, like Arabs. Now maybe the painter was also interested in what he's doing. Yeah, I think like we discussed before, Surah Rahman is one of his paintings, so maybe he wanted to promote Islam as a whole. Now let's discuss the focal point. Is there any focal point anywhere that your eye gravitates towards? I think the focal point would be the man in the foreground, like the very colorful cloak. His cloak is the only cloak whose colors are the brightest. Otherwise, all the cloaks, the color are like light, and the dominant color is like blue. But in this one, there are different colors, and all of them pop, like red, blue, yellow. Orange and blue are placed together because they're, complementary to a lot of colors put together, and the shadows of the dress he's wearing also complement. So there's a high level of contrast over there between all the colors, so our eyes gravitate towards there. Also in the moon, the white of the moon contrasts with the black coming into it, and that could be a focal point too. And again, we notice the people in the clocks, then we gravitate towards the moon, and then we gravitate towards the building, and then we come back to the people. So it's a cycle again. Amazing. Okay, next thing. Can you see that there's a earth he is holding? The person on the right. See, they're just showing how Islam affected the world as a whole, right? Next. This is acrylics on paintings. Okay, now let's look at more of his techniques. In the background, like in the perspective of the sky and the buildings being far away from people is done perfectly. And the sky I want to talk about is a little differently done. A lot of colors have been blotched together to make like a stormy sky. They're blues, greens, oranges, yellows put together to complement each other and also show like a coherent in a sky that is maybe in a storm. That is absolutely amazing. And yes, that will be it for this painting too. But before you leave, I will want to tell you one other thing. I will want to advise you on something. If you stop at one work and discuss it or listen to someone's perspective, it will change your whole thought process, and that's why I always encourage you to do it. I make these videos, you may promote their works in my videos, and art will get more promoted and more recognized, and people like Sadequin would not be forgotten. Very honorable to have you here today. I hope I can have you in my next video too. Take care of yourselves. Allah Hafiz.